They've held opponents to 52 points per game. They score 83 a game. And for the women, familiar thing from a year ago, the women saw NYU last year. I was there to call that game back in downtown Brooklyn. Of the NYU Violets, one of them being Belle Palecchia. She's one of the top scorers on this team, along with Natalie Bruns. So this is going to be a very important adjustment the women will have to make. They did that the other night against Sincere Lambert, defeating Rutgers Newark the way they did at home. If they can hold them in check, I think the women will have a very good chance here tonight.
And don't forget, you have the UAA Player of the Year, Jenny Walker, as well on this team. Palecchia was also voted the Rookie of the Year last year as well. So NYU is very, very comfortable in the position of being in the catbird seat, being number 3 ranked. But Brooklyn College, they take these games for a purpose. Not only do they want to find out what they have, they also want to get prepared for when they go into their own CUNYAC conference to be able to dominate like they've been doing for the past 3 years. Looking at the stats, unfortunately, in all the statistics, Brooklyn College is on the back end of it. So we're only shooting 36%, but we're giving up 41. From 3-point range, we're only shooting 29. The opponents are shooting 32. Free throws, we gotten a little better. We're shooting 63%, but we're giving up 65. We're winning the turnover battle 17-21, but it's the points after turnovers or points off of turnovers that's really the balance tipper right there.
These are numbers, if you're Brooklyn, that have to get a little bit better. Now, playing some tougher opponents to start the year, understandable, and things will even out as the season moves on. The Bulldogs will face the CUNYAC Conference for the second half of the year, and we're going to find out where the Bulldogs will be at that point in the season. But this is a good test for the women. This is a good test to see what you have against NYU. They've been taking on the top teams this year. They haven't backed down from them, and that's so important that this women's team has shown they can play with these teams. They're not afraid of them, and they will not be intimidated here tonight.
And you think about it, all the success that Coach Lang has had, 10 straight seasons of 20 seasons, I think this is going to be the most challenging yet because he doesn't have a Chanel Jamont to lean on, to carry the team, but he has a lot of good bench players that he's recruited, along with the James sisters, along with Gotti, along with Nancy Pham. So he's got a good nucleus, and this is going to be a good test to see exactly where they stand going into the continuance of 2022.
Should be a good game. Let's go Bulldogs tonight here.
Getting ready to turn around. We're getting ready to do the national anthem and the introduction of both starting lineups. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. a senior 6-foot power forward from Sausalito, California, Redwood High School, Jenny Walker. And rounding up the starting line is a junior 6'1" from St. Louis, Missouri, Kirkwood High School, number 32, Natalie Bruns. Head coach is Meg Barber. She's in her 7th year as the NYU coach, and she has been named the 2021 Coach of the Year in the UAA, the ECA, and the WBCA, the Women's Basketball College Association Coach of the Year.
For Brooklyn College's starters, Nancy Pham, the 5'6" senior out of Woodside, Queens from Manhattan Center High School. She'll wear number 1, start at the 1. Gianna Gotti, the 5'5" senior guard out of Oyster Bay High School from Oyster Bay, New York. She'll wear number 5 and start at the 2. Dasha Goodman, the 5'8" senior from New York City Lab High School from New York, New York. She'll wear number 11 and start at the 3. Aliyah Rafat, the 5'11" sophomore forward out of Live Oaks High School from San Martin, California. She'll wear number 21 and start at the 4. And welcome back to the lineup, Erica James, the 5'8" senior guard out of James Madison High School from Brooklyn, New York. She'll wear number 32 and be at the 5. Sarah James also back in the lineup tonight. Both of these players were really missed yesterday. The Bulldogs were able to win the game in spite, but now they're back in the lineup, and that could give the Bulldogs a little bit of an edge here. And this is going to be interesting, Pat. I'm going to be very curious to see. The Bulldogs are going to be at full power here, and let's see how they take it to NYU in the early going.
Well, it's excellent that both the James sisters are back. You have veteran presence, you have some size, you have people that have already been in the limelight, know what it's all about to play NYU. So it's going to be good that he has his full complement, he has his full bench, and Monday with the bench playing the way they did, now he has a little bit of confidence to bring them in this game as well.
Yeah. I'm going to be very curious to see how Coach Lang will tackle the bench and how he's going to deal with this. But this is going to be interesting. We have Aliyah Rafat at center court. She's being flanked by Jenny Walker.
And here's the tip. And it goes to NYU. As Pelekia has it, swings it over to Shelton. Shelton back to Pelekia. She's guarded by Pham. Swings it over to Walker. Down to the baseline. Pulls it back out. Over to Pelletier. Down to the blocks. Puts up the shot. And rolls it in. That's the first shot for Walker. Early 2-point lead.
That is what Jenny Walker does. Bulldogs had a lot of trouble with her last year when they played in downtown Brooklyn. Do not let Jenny Walker get open.
James now into the corner to Rafat. Rafat holding, still holding, passes it over to Pham. Drives down the baseline, cut off, puts it up, and out of bounds, tipped by Walker. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. And right there, you see a good pick and roll for Pham, but then good defense blocking her from getting to the baseline.
This is why NYU is so dangerous. They will swarm the first player that gets to that basket. They will double team or maybe even triple team if they have to.
Pham inbounds it and knocked out of bounds by Pelekia. 12 seconds.
Very aggressive team. They put their hands in the passing lanes. They're not afraid to deflect a pass.
And they're playing a very staunch man-to-man defense. Pham again to inbounds. Gets it over to Gotti with 10 seconds left. Takes a screen. 7 seconds left. Gets it over to Dasha Goodman. Back to Gotti with 4 seconds. 3-2. Puts up the shot and knocks it down with 1 second left. Ties the score at 2.
Very good patience by Gianna Gotti setting up the shot, taking her time.
Now they try to press. Gets it over to Miller. Miller to Pelekia. Over to the corner to Walker. On the baseline. Swings off the blocks. Swings it back to Pelekia. On the corner to Bruns. Swings it back to Miller. Miller takes a 3. No good. And out of bounds. Good job defensively there by Brooklyn College.
Very good even pace so far. Both teams kind of exchanging blows back and forth. So these two teams are kind of in the feeling out process early.
8:40 left to go in this opening quarter. 2-2 is the score. Pelekia guarding Gotti. Gotti gets it to Goodman. She picks it up, almost stolen. Back to Gotti, top of the key. Gets it over to James. James back to Gotti, puts it up. Going to be short. And rebounded by Walker, staying in bounds. Pelekia now bringing the ball up on the left side speedily. Gets it to the block. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded over the corner. No good again. Again, rebound over the back. And we got a foul called. That was Miller getting that's Bruns getting 2 straight offensive rebounds and then getting a foul, which is on Gotti, which is her first.
Yeah. One thing this NYU team does play with, they have a lot of size. This is not a small team. A lot of these ladies are 5'8", 5'9", 6 foot, even 6'1", even in some spots.
First shot by Bruns is good.
So the Bulldogs are going to have to they're going to have to match that physicality here to get those possessions tonight.
Well, especially on that outcome, you got to be able to box out. And she rolls in the second free throw for a 2-point lead, 4-2. Gotti now bringing it up, guarded by Palekia. Gets it across, gets it over to Goodman. Goodman over to James. James goes baseline, spins it out, puts up the hook shot, no good. Gets on offensive rebound and fouled by Bruns. That's going to be her first foul, the team's first.
Love that second effort by Erica James, getting after the ball, drawing the foul.
And that's what you need to do. You got to follow your own shot. And then she didn't hesitate. She went right back up, got the contact, and got the foul call.
2 big free throws here for Erica.
Rolls in the first one. One left. And she rolls in both, so we're tied at 4. Under 8 minutes to go, 7:50.
2 very even possessions so far in the early going.
Palekia goes coast to coast, swings it over to the corner, back to the top of the key for Bruns for 3, and knocks it down. Right there, an example of not getting back in transition defense after the made free throw. Pham on the left side, gets into the paint, swings it over to James. James on the wing, gets to the Pham in the corner, swings it back over to Goodman. Goodman goes baseline, and we got to travel.
Yeah, that's a rough call right there. Just took one too many steps, and you got to be very careful. When this NYU team gets going, they can be deadly.
But what I like to see there, a lot of screens, a lot of rolling off, back and forth. And unfortunately, Dasha had the lane, but she dragged her foot. Brooklyn College showing, and off of NYU, it's going to be a turnover. A good press there by BC. Erica James to inbounds. 7:20 left to go. Brooklyn College trailing 7-4.
Good job by the Bulldogs on that possession.
Palekia guarding Gotti. Gotti breaks it, gets it over to James. James into the paint, swings it back over to Rafat, into the corner to Pham. Sorry, check that, that's Gotti. Gotti over to Erica James, 14 on the shot clock. Gotti posts up, swings it over to Goodman for 3. No good, rebounded by Palekia. Palekia brings it up, gets it into the corner to Bruns, and knocks it down for the open 3. Check that. That was Miller for the 3. And now they're up to a 6-point lead. It's 10-4 with 6:48 left.
That was a good timeout by Coach Lang. Those were 2 consecutive open 3s, and Bulldogs have to get their defense back in order here. If NYU is able to do that on a consistent basis, Bulldogs might not be long for this game, so they have to adjust.
And you see Coach right there saying, hey, you got to get back and you got to get in position. Listen, either on a made shot or a missed shot and they get the rebound, you got to identify the woman that you're supposed to be guarding and get back into your defensive set. And that's why you're leaving a wide open 3-pointer, and NYU is going to make you pay when you do that.
Absolutely. So you mustn't give this team space, and we'll see if the Bulldogs can make an adjustment here. We'll find out. So let's see if the Bulldogs can make a little adjustment here. And you like how the Bulldogs attacked on the first 2 possessions. They were playing aggressive. They were not afraid to go after the loose ball, and that's going to be very important. They're going to have to draw some fouls here to get back in this a little bit.
And they're not relying solely on a 3-point shot. They're trying to work the ball around, as you see in the corner to Gotti to Pham. Getting the Gotti top of the key. Erica James was posting up there. Gotti taking off the dribble into the paint. Nice shot, but doesn't make it, and rebounded by Bruns.
Good move, though, by Gotti. Made a move, tried to attack the basket.
Palekia gets it over to Bruns. Bruns drives it, swings over to Walker into the paint, over to the wing. That's Shelton, drives over to the corner. Palekia pulls it back out, 15 on the shot clock. An open 3 by Miller, no good. And,
good save at the last minute.
She didn't save it. She hit it off a fan, but she was standing out of bounds, and the ball hit her. BC basketball. Smart play by Palekia trying to hit it off a fan.
Yeah, this team goes after every loose ball. The Bulldogs get a break, they'll get possession and have a chance to close the gap.
5:50 left to go, and you see Dogan getting ready to check in at the scorer's table. Pham, that was blocked. Picked up by Bruns. Palekia now bringing the ball up. Gets it to the corner to Miller. Miller back to the top of the key. Bruns into Walker. Blocked and knocked out of bounds. And whose ball is it? I didn't see it.
I think they're going to call a foul, and they do.
Ooh,
it was a foul on that pass. And it's going to be called against Dasha Goodman. That'll be her first.
Dasha Goodman's her first. And coming in is number 15, Mary Dogan.
Goodman will take a seat.
And that is number 3. That is Gutierrez.
Yep. Substitution came in also for NYU. Going to the bench will be Brooklyn Shelton. And entering the game now is Carolyn Pepper.
Carolyn Pepper in the corner, puts up the 3. And no good. Offensive rebound by Walker. And they wave it off.
Hit the shot clock.
They hit the shot clock, so that's not going to count. But as you see, NYU is relentless on the offensive glass. They're going after every loose ball.
And this is where the Bulldogs are going to have to, and they have to match that intensity, Brooklyn. They have to match it possession for possession.
And when you're the smaller team, it's about positioning. Rafat for 3, and good. She takes off where she was on Monday, knocks down the 3. It's now 10-7.
Rafat's been getting better and better with that three-point ball over the last couple of games.
Brooklyn College with the press, swings it over to Walker, and knocks it down. That was not Walker, that was Miller for her second 3. They're up by 6 with 4:50 left to go.
So
Gutierrez has it.
3 threes in this game so far for the Violets.
Gotti now holding, directing, getting the pick. Oh, no foul call there as Gotti went down. Miller has it, swings it over to Bruns. Bruns into the paint, gets it over to
Pepper,
and she knocks down the 3. Timeout called by Brooklyn College. And NYU now asserting themselves from the 3 ball. It's now 16-7, 9-point lead with 4:35 left to go in this opening quarter.
This NYU team as a whole shoots 37% from downtown as a team. Only giving up 23% to opponents, and this is where they can get so dangerous. Erica Miller alone is a 53% shooter from downtown.
And you see, demonstrated right there, she's knocked down her first 2 threes.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs are going to have to keep those outside lanes closed, and it's not going to be very easy to do. But right now, we've been seeing 4 open threes by the Violets on the last couple possessions, and this is where they can start pulling, where they start to pull ahead of opponents. If you don't shut down the 3 ball from against this team, you're asking for trouble. So the Bulldogs are just going to have to dig deep here, and they're going to have to make a few stops and not allow these open threes.
Offensively, I'm not disliking how Brooklyn College is trying to attack this defense, but they're just not falling right now. And a couple of missed calls there.
Yep.
So it's Gotti now, gets it to Rafat, top of the key, gets it over to Gutierrez on the wing. Rafat posting up, gets it on the block, and she puts it back and stolen by Palekia. Palekia going 1-3, gets it up for Miller for 3, and again knocks it down. That's her third 3. It's now 19-7, and again, turnovers to points off turnovers, NYU executing.
5 of 6 are the Violets from downtown.
Gotti into the corner. Pham was blocked.
That was Dolgan who got blocked.
Pilecki swings it over into the corner. Miller again. Boom! 4 for 4. Miller is saying it's Miller time. Just keep feeding me. I'll keep draining them.
Just hitting everything right now are the Violets. They're just not missing.
Brooklyn College is not really getting into a defensive set as well. So now in the corner is Gutierrez. Bits it over to Rafat. Rafat to Gotti. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gotti puts it up and gets it again. No foul call.
Well, that ends the 12-0 run by the Violets.
Miller left open again, and she finally misses the 3. But again, she was wide open. Brooklyn College not getting back on defense. Gotti swings it over to Dogan. Dogan hooks up a dribble. Oh, bad pass trying to get to Gotti. Palekia has it. 1-on-2. Puts up the hook shot and rolls it in.
Everything's falling the Violets' way so far.
24-9 with 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Gutierrez now on the right wing. Drives. And we got a foul on.
I believe that's on Bruns.
Nope, that's number 11.
On Pepper.
That's Pepper. That's her first. team second. Both teams have 2 team fouls.
Yep.
And Gutierrez was in the act of shooting, so she's going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yep.
And you have multiple substitutions coming in. You have Sarah James. You have
Pham coming back.
And you have the rookie, number 10,
Dorsey.
For NYU, 33 has come into the game.
That is Mary Kate Fahey. Free from Gutierrez is good.
One more free throw from Gutierrez. And back rimmed it, rebounded by Shelton. So it's 24-10, 14-point lead. Over to Fahey. Fahey into the corner to Pepper. Pepper cut off. And, oh, man, wide open, not knocked out of bounds. And turnover by NYU. Pepper got the rebound, tried to get it to the corner, but it went out of bounds.
Good play by Dorsey to let that ball go out of bounds.
Good double team in the corner.
Absolutely.
On the baseline, not letting her get to the basket.
And that's what the Bulldogs are going to have to do, play that lockdown defense under the basket.
Gutierrez on the wing. Now off the dribble, into the paint, puts it up, high off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound, put it back up, got a rebound again, and Gotti was her own teammate. Now Sarah James gets it to Gotti. Gotti takes a long 3, no good, and almost rebounded by Dorsey, but it was corralled by Miller. Pepper into the blocks, swings it over to Miller. Miller into the corner to Shelton. Shelton swings it back. Nice ball movement. 3 shot by Fahey, no good. Rebounded by Miller. She puts the shot back up and knocks it down. Again, second chance shots for NYU.
And
it's now 26-10 with 1:25 left.
This team is all over everything. They don't go at they don't quit on one play through the Violets.
Well, you don't become the number 3 ranked team in the nation by just mailing it in.
No.
Fahey back on the 3, gets into the block to Bruns, knocked out of bounds by Sarah James with the block.
Good defensive play. Fahey was coming fast into the basket, and the Bulldogs were able to cut that play off.
Walker comes in for Bruns, and Diaz comes in for Brooklyn.
Erica James also is back in.
And she comes in for Gutierrez.
Yep.
So inbounding will be Miller. Gets it over to Shelton. Shelton on the block, and we got it stay a foul right here. And it's going to be called on.
It's going to be against Brooklyn. It'll be their 3rd team foul.
Number 2, Sarah James. That's her first, the team's 3rd. Inbounded to Fahey. Fahey spots it. Walk on the block, puts up the turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded by Diaz. Diaz gets it to Pham. Pham goes baseline. Cut off, puts it up, and in! She gets the basket and the foul.
Good effort by Nancy Pham, drawing that charge, getting the basket, and will be awarded with a free throw to boot.
And that foul is on number 33, Fahey. That's her first, the team's 3rd. And Pham will go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. It's 26-12, 56.4 seconds left to go in the quarter. Pham does not hit the free throw, but Dorsey tried to get, and it's off of NYU.
Good aggressiveness. Love that Dorsey went after that play. Gives the Bulldogs another possession. They can further cut into the deficit a little more.
20 seconds on the shot clock. Pham to inbounds. Offensive foul on Gotti. I'm sorry, not Gotti, on Diaz. I didn't agree with that.
I did not. I didn't see too much of a charge there. Bulldogs
I
just
didn't
trying to
either.
inbound the ball. But these are fouls you cannot commit against the Violets. You cannot give them extra possessions.
So it's Fahey bringing the ball up. Going to the right side. Now Brooklyn College in the 2-3 zone. Miller top of the key. Gets a pick from Shelton. Over to Fahey. Fahey down to, and throws it out of bounds. Oh, they say it's off the foot.
Ball. It went off the
Kick ball.
Bulldog. Oh.
So reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. 40 seconds left to go on the game clock. 20-second difference. Miller to inbounds. Swings it over to Shelton, top of the key. Swings over to the corner. Fahey into the blocks to Walker. Walker to Pelletier. Now on to Miller. Swings it across for three. It's good. Miller again. 5 of 7 from downtown. 29-12.
Brooklyn needs to get them, just has to slow things down a bit. They're letting NYU starting to pull away.
Pham has it. Guarded by Shelton. Gets it over to Sarah James. Top of the key with 5 seconds left to go. Gotti, blocked! And out of bounds, nope, rebounded by 11, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And Jonathan, almost a runaway train.
Yeah, NYU had 6 threes in that first quarter.
5 of them by Miller.
Yep. And this is the big problem when you face NYU. You cannot give them extra possessions. You have to match them for the entirety of a 40-minute game. Any small deficit can mushroom into a big deficit very quickly, and the Bulldogs are going to have some work to do in the second quarter.
A lot, because they're down 17. Now, defensively, I think they need to come out of that man-to-man because they're being exploited a couple of times, not getting back on defense. But when they're on a set defense, they can't stay with a man-to-man. NYU does an excellent job of swinging the ball around, getting them to move their feet, getting them out of position. That's why they're getting the open looks. But if you come out in that 2-3 zone, you play that matchup zone that they did a little bit against Rutgers Newark, maybe you can diffuse some of those open three-pointers.
Yeah. Well, the Bulldogs now just have to take their time. It's going to just be about slowing the pace down a little bit, just take your time, no need to rush a possession. But the Bulldogs just have to get better quality shots. And they did some of that. There were some good looks. Didn't fall the way for the Bulldogs' way, but they cannot give up on that. Keep attacking the basket. They were doing a lot of that in the first quarter. They're going to have to draw some fouls. They're going to have to get some of these players from NYU in the penalty a little bit, and maybe the Bulldogs will have a chance.
And that's one of the ways that you can get back in the game without time running off the clock. You hit your free throws, get them in foul trouble, get them in the bonus. That's one of the ways. Also, keep rotating on offense. Keep running the backdoor screens. Keep setting high posts and rolling pick and rolls. You got to find something to penetrate the defense to get those high quality shots that you were saying.
And we're going to find out now if the Bulldogs can make that adjustment.
Brooklyn College inbounding, goes to Gotti. Guarded by Pelletier. Gotti on the left side, takes off the dribble, puts up the shot, short, gets her own rebound. So 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Gets it into the corner to Erica James. James spinning, puts it up off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, guard by Dogan, and no good. Almost stolen.
Dorsey made a good play on that rebound, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
And that's what I'm talking. And here we go. Brooklyn College in the 2-3 zone. Over to Pepper. Pepper for 3. No good. Rebounded by Erica James. Now, Gotti bringing the ball up. Erica James now has it on the wing. On the dribble, into the paint. Swings it over to her sister. Puts up the 3. It's good! And the foul!
Big basket for Sarah James. Erica James, excuse me. That was Sarah James.
Now Sarah James from Erica James on the assist. And going to the line to complete the rare 4-point play. 29-15, 9:04 left to go in the second.
NYU's made a substitution. Out comes Bruns. In comes Hanna Flenstatter from Hafnarfjord, Iceland. First free throw up. And it's good, completing the 4-point play.
Complete the 4-point play. So it's now 29-16, 13-point lead. And now Pelletier comes in, gets it over to Franz. Franz back to Pelletier. Pelletier guarded by Gotti. Good job of cutting up, goes baseline, runs into Sarah
Blocking
James.
foul.
Oh, they call a blocking foul. I thought she had her feet set.
I mean, Sarah did everything right, was playing the good defensive stance. Didn't see a defensive 3 seconds there. I did not see any block at all.
I didn't. I thought her feet were set, tell you the truth. But that's going to be her second foul, the team's first in the second quarter. And Pelletier is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
NYU shoots about 71% from the line. There's a rare miss.
First miss of the night from them from the free throw line.
9 points so far for Sarah James. Oh. No, clock's reading
Second
wrong
shot,
side.
no good.
Wow, there are 2 misses, and Bulldogs
Rebounded
get the
by
rebound.
Dorsey.
This is where the Bulldogs can take advantage here.
Gotti pressing it into the paint. And foul from behind by number 4, Palekia. That's going to be her first foul, the team's second. And now coming in for Sarah James is, didn't see the number, that is Rafat.
Yep.
Coming back in.
Substitution also, Peppers coming off for NYU.
And Fahey's coming in.
Coming back in, yep.
So Pham to inbound. Gets it into Gotti. 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Nice screen by Rafat. Goes into the block, gets it over to Dorsey. Dorsey into the corner to Pham. 12 on the shot clock, goes baseline, cut off. Swings it. Oh, she thought Erica James was going to the post. Palekia comes it, puts it up, and nice layup put in by number 15. Franz. So 31-16. Three-pointer by Rafat.
And here come the Bulldogs. Good response by Rafat getting that second three.
31-19 with 8 minutes left to go in the half. Into Fahey. Fahey to Palekia. Palekia into the corner to...
That's Honor Culpepper.
Honor Culpepper. She checked in.
Back it goes down low to Fahey.
Fahey looking for somebody. Gets it to Palekia. 7 on the shot clock. Puts up the shot. Gets the roll.
Action's picked up here in the second quarter, Pat.
Yes, indeed, by both teams. So 33-19, 7:30 left to go. Rafat gets it over to Erica. Erica picks a dribble, goes baseline, cut off, swings it over to Pham. Pham into the corner to Rafat. Rafat back to Pham, 12 on the shot clock, gets into the paint, puts it up off the glass and in.
Good move by Nancy Pham, drawing that basket to the hoop. Easy basket.
Cut the lead down to 12. 7 minutes left to go. Palekia guarded by Pham. Picks up the dribble, guarded by Dorsey's Fahey. Fahey into the blocks to Brooke Shelton. Shelton to, no good. That was Franz on the 3. Now Pham gets it to Dorsey. Dorsey, it goes off of, they say it's off of Dorsey. Turnover.
Dasha Goodman's going to re-enter the game now for Brooklyn. And now entering the game for NYU is Reese Tremitier from Naples, Florida. She'll enter the game. Going to the bench will be Brooklyn Shelton.
So Brooklyn College did a good job to whittle this lead down from 17 to 12. 6:45 left to go.
Game's still ripe for the picking for Brooklyn.
So now it is Palekia gets it into the block. Oh, ooh, hard fall by Dorsey. But it was out of bounds, tipped by Brooklyn College. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout called by NYU Violets. And Jonathan, the second quarter, you see the energy has picked up from Brooklyn College and the efficiency on the offensive side of the ball.
Brooklyn's not going to be intimidated. You know, it got a little punched in the mouth in the first quarter, but the Bulldogs are punching back, and you like that they're standing their ground. They're not letting NYU run all over them. They're staying in this game, and that's what you love about this team. They don't quit. They play to the very end. And the Bulldogs are hanging in there. This game could swing in their favor. If the Bulldogs can get on a little run, they might have a chance.
Well, I don't know if Coach heard me from all the way up here, but he switched on that man-to-man. They were getting shredded, and that 2-3 zone has slowed NYU down. Now they have to use more of the shot clock. They're not getting open shots. Their shots are being contested. And now that gets them into their running game. Now they can press the floor. Now they can get NYU on their heels and make things happen, and that's why they've cut the lead down.
That's the key ingredient. You have to challenge this team, and the Bulldogs are stepping up to that challenge. You're seeing Nancy Pham attacking the basket. We haven't really seen that side of Pham attacking the basket on like that. She's doing it here tonight. You're seeing Erica James go to the basket. You're seeing Dorsey fighting for a couple extra possessions. So you're seeing the Bulldogs play with a little more of an up-tempo game, something we haven't really seen from them up until this point.
And it's needed because you can't slow down against this type of defense. You have to attack it because the longer you take to get into your offensive set, the more advantages to the defense.
Absolutely.
Inbound to Palekia. Pelekia swings it around, back into the corner. Fahey on the blocks to Walker. That's Tremetier. And we have a 3-second.
3-second violation.
Yeah, Fahey got caught inside the circle.
Coming in.
Again, good defensive presence by the Bulldogs.
Mary Kate Fahey comes off. Back in comes Erica Miller for NYU.
Who is 5 of 7 from three-point range. So Gotti brings it up, gets it to Erica James on the wing into the corner to Rafat. Rafat, ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Brooklyn College ball.
Yeah, that was Tremetier took it out of the hands of Rafat.
And now Goodman is going to take the ball out of bounds and inbound it.
Thron's on defense there for the inbound.
And the ball
Handcuffed.
bounced, hit her in the face and went out of bounds. A bad turnover right there.
That's a tough break.
6:14 left to go in the second half. Brooklyn down by 12, 33-21. Pelekia now brings the ball up. Now Brooklyn College in a 1-2-2 defense. Pelletier going around, gets off the high of the glass, and good. A nice pick there by the Icelandier.
Pelekia with good patience, just waiting for the lane, and she saw it and then took it right to the basket.
Now Dorsey has it, off the dribble, into the paint, puts it up, and gets the shot. Nice spin move by Dorsey, 35-23.
Dorsey's been really impressive off the bench.
Now Pelekia again tried to go baseline. Now the shot by Miller. It's Miller time. It's her 6th three-pointer. 38-23. Erica James right to the hole, attacking the defense, and it gets a 2-point. It's now a 13-point lead. Pelekia now off the dribble. Pham stops her, but she goes right around her. Pelekia now asserting herself offensively.
That's the second time Pelekia has attacked the basket on her own, going coast to coast on consecutive possessions.
Rafat back to Gotti. Gotti into the paint, puts up the scoop shot, no good. Rebounded by the Icelandier. Now Pelekia gets it over to Bronze and knocks down the 3. That's Culpepper who just checked into the game. And right again, NYU saying, okay, you want to switch defense? We're going to do another tactic. We're going to run off our screen. We're going to get a high post. Pelekia taking advantage, getting to the hole, and now they found an open three-pointer. Miller just executing flawlessly.
And just like that, the Bulldogs are back down 18 after cutting it to 12. There is not one non-three-point shooter on this NYU team from what we're seeing right now.
No.
Every one of these players can get an open shot. 20 points in this game already by Erica Miller for the out of their 43 points.
Yep.
But, give the Bulldogs credit. They are not quitting. They're attacking the basket. Just a couple of unfortunate turnovers, a couple of shots just haven't fallen. And
that was exactly what I was thinking. A couple of unfortunate turnovers, the ball bouncing off of her face, tipped ball that they said was off of Brooklyn College. So, listen, those things are going to happen. But what Coach Alex does is he settles them down. Now, you see him right now. There's nobody jumping around. Everybody's calm. He's talking to them in the middle of the huddle. Everybody's got their focus on him. So it's not like they don't know what they need to do. It's just getting on the court and then executing the plan the right way.
Yeah. And I think the Bulldogs are doing just that. They just now have to try to finish out the quarter strong, try to close the gap a little bit.
Yeah, try to get it down, maybe 10, 12 points going into the half, you know what I'm saying, to build some momentum. So Gutierrez is checked in for Brooklyn College along with Sarah James. And for the first time, number 31 has checked in, and that is, oh my goodness, Castellano.
Castellanos checked in, yep.
Yep.
It's the first time her name's been called here.
On the wing, gets it into the corner to Goodman. Goodman to Gutierrez. Gutierrez guarded by Pelletier. And she puts it up. Hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Culpepper. Gets it to the corner to Miller. Back to Pelekia. Pelekia over to the Icelander. Back to Pelekia. Over to Miller. Back to Pelekia. Playing a little two-player game. Into the corner. Culpepper for 3. No good. Dasha Goodman with the rebound. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the half. Over to Sarah James, spots it up to 3, nope. And she gets the foul by Tremetier. Her first, team's third.
Sarah had an open shot there, decided not to take it, but drew the foul. Good play by Sarah.
Shelton comes in for Culpepper.
Yep. Shelton comes in. Trematier's going to get called for that foul for NYU. That's her first. Third team foul.
Got to move around. Got to get the ball in. And 5 seconds.
Well, she got it off just at the 5 count.
Yep. But right there, they got stymied. It looked like deers in the headlight. Nobody was moving while she was holding the ball. Another unfortunate turnover. 18-point lead still, 43-25. 4:06 left to go in the first half. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldog Basketball on YouTube.com. Pat Brown and Jonathan, Pariente on the call. I got a little tongue-tied there.
All good. Bulldogs are going to make a sub. Back in will come Sandra Diaz.
And Gotti's going to sit. So right now it looks like Brooklyn College is set up in a 2-3 zone.
Franz is going to inbound here.
Franz goes to the wing. Pelekia gets it to Franz. Franz back to Pelekia. Swings it over to Bruns. Bruns back to Pelekia. 20 seconds on shot clock. Puts up the dribble. Gets it to the Icelander. She puts up a first shot. No good. And Castellano had the rebound, but corralled by Gutierrez. Diaz gets it over to Castellano. Castellano into the corner to Goodman. Goodman back to Gutierrez on the wing. Guarded by Pelletier. That's Shelton. Sarah James into the corner. Castellano gets it, and going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow goes to NYU.
That's the first jump ball of this game.
Not many chances for a jump ball. That was the first opportunity there, but as you see, Brooklyn College is trying to have an effective motion offense.
Yeah. But right now, you have to give credit. NYU is just taking all that passing away.
Shelton to Miller to Pelekia. Dyson up. She traveled.
Yep, Franz traveled on the pass. A rare turnover here by the Violets.
So inbound to Diaz. Diaz bringing the ball up. Guarded by Pelekia. Gets into the paint. Swings it over to Sarah James. Swings it back over to Castellano. Castellano to Goodman. Goodman to the baseline to Diaz. Diaz shoots the three, no good. Rebounded by Castellano. Dasha Goodman with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Sarah James. Sarah James dribbles around the right side, keeps the dribble up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And
offensive charge. Yeah, they're calling a foul against Brooklyn.
And that charge is called too.
That's on Castellano.
Castellano, that's her first. The team's third.
Second team foul on Brooklyn. Dorsey will come back into the game for Brooklyn. Castellano will take a seat.
All right.
That is Natalie Pence now that's in the game for NYU.
Into the corner for three. Miller, no good. A third miss and rebounded by Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets into the paint, puts it up and in. Nice coast to coast by Diaz. 43-27, 2:20 left to go. Pelekia has the ball. Check that. That's not Pelekia. That's Pence. Pence and.
Did NYU call a timeout last minute? They did.
Yes, they did.
And they're getting ready to put 3 players back in. Looks like Bruns coming back in. I see Walker coming back in along with Caroline Pepper. So they're going to check in for NYU following the timeout. So
2:16 left. They're at 16 right now.
Yeah.
If they can get it to 12, maybe 10 going into the halftime, I think that's a bonus for them.
I think there's a chance that it could.
Yes, yes. As you see, the defense has slowed down NYU just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now those three-point shots are now contested, so now they have to shoot over somebody, so it messes up the trajectory. And now the rebounds are coming back to Brooklyn College, and they're getting into the run game, and they're running a motion offense now, trying to get NYU out of position and get some easy baskets.
Brooklyn's held NYU to 14 points in this quarter.
Yes,
and that's very impressive. I mean, but on the other end, NYU is playing just as equal on defense and not letting the Bulldogs get easy baskets. So it's been harder for the Bulldogs to kind of earn these points at the net. But the Bulldogs are hanging tough, and you have to give them credit.
Well, it's 15-14 for Brooklyn College in the second quarter.
So they're outscoring them so far for this one. Let's see if the Bulldogs can, as you said, cut into the deficit
Pence
a little
gets
bit more.
it into Bruns. Bruns back to Pence. Pence over to
Pepper.
11, Pepper. Pepper across to Bruns. Bruns blocked. And to Walker. Walker back to Bruns. Swings it over to shoot the three and knocks it down. So every time Brooklyn gets close, NYU pulls a three out of the hat, 46-27.
That's 8
into the corner to Goodman. Dorsey, top of the key, back to Goodman. To Gutierrez. Gets it over, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Shelton. Swings it over to Pence. Pence picks it over to 3, Shelton. And tipped by Dorsey. Good hands in the passing lane. 19 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 1:25 left to go in the half.
Good deflection there. Bulldogs will have to get back on defense.
Pepper has it, and
Foul's
they call
called.
foul on.
They're going to call it on Diaz.
Diaz. That is her second.
Third team foul on Brooklyn. First foul against Diaz.
Inbound now. Gets it over to Pepper. Quick by Bruns. Bruns into the corner. Brooks for 3, and it's good.
Natalie Pence.
49-27. Top of the key. Picks up a dribble. Gets it over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez guarded by Shelton. Gutierrez into the paint. Scoops it up high off the glass. We got a blocking foul on, I believe that's 23 Walker.
Yep.
But we'll wait for the official call.
Good effort, though, by Gutierrez to draw that foul.
Gutierrez not resistant to going to the basket.
That's on Pepper, who's going to get called for the foul.
All right, so they give it Pepper. I believe that's Pepper's first.
And Alyssa Alvarez is checking into the game now to replace Pepper. Alvarez, 5'9", graduate from Convent of the Sacred Heart High School from Daly City, California.
Got three players from California on this roster. Gutierrez knocks down the first free throw.
Second free throw coming for Gutierrez.
Short. And rebounded by Walker. Gets it over to Alvarez. Alvarez to Bruns. Bruns to Shelton. And knocks the 2 down. 51-28 with 40 seconds left to go. And into the corner. Goodman. Ooh, high, but she got it. Back to Gutierrez. 18 on the shot clock. Gutierrez pulls it back, swings it over to Goodman. Knocked out of bounds by Bruns. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 28 seconds on the game clock.
It's just been, at times, hard for the Bulldogs just to get a pass off. It seems like everywhere you have the Violets in these passing lanes. Gianna Gotti's checking back in for Brooklyn. Going to the bench will be Bruns. Back in now comes Tremitier. Bulldogs will inbound in front of the Violets bench. Pham will take it. Gotti, top of the key.
Now she's putting it back. Swings it over to Goodman. Goodman into the paint. Gets it over. Oh, we got it.
Offensive
foul.
I don't know about that. That was a scramble for the basket. That was a scramble for the ball.
Walker made a good play there, and they said she got her feet under her before Dasha Goodman got there. So that is Goodman's
second foul. Rafat's coming back in now to replace Goodman. 20 seconds to go.
And Dasha Goodman hasn't taken a shot in the game so far.
Yeah. Violets have been taking away a lot of those open threes the Bulldogs normally would be able to set up to shoot.
So NYU's going to hold for the last shot. Almost stolen. And it has
Gotti
stolen
takes
by
it away.
Gotti going to the basket. Puts it up. Blocked. Good job by Shelton on the comeback, blocking it.
Thought Gotti might have been fouled there. She took a hard hit going to the basket.
But 3.5 seconds left to go.
Crowd doesn't seem very happy about it either. They thought that was a foul. Gotti went down going to the basket.
Yes, indeed. So now you got to inbound it quick and put up the shot quick.
Bulldogs can hold for the last
5
shot.
seconds. Got to get it in. James put up the 3. No good. And that's the end of the half. The score is NYU 51, Brooklyn College 28. That's the end of the first half. And Jonathan, every time Brooklyn College seemed to get close, NYU pulls a rabbit out the hat. 3-pointers, excellent job on the defensive side. Brooklyn College has found a way to slow them down, but now it's executing. Can't commit the bad turnovers and the unfortunate turnovers, but you like the fight.
I do. Brooklyn is doing everything they can. But you said one important word about NYU early, relentless. And that is what this NYU team does. They never have a wasted possession. They don't hesitate to take a shot. They don't hesitate to attack on the post. And as you've seen throughout this game so far, they're just taking away every passing lane from the Bulldogs. You're not seeing the Bulldogs getting shots open. They at times just don't look comfortable out there, as NYU is just utilizing their size and their intimidation, and the Bulldogs have fallen behind early because of it.
That's a good point. It's the doggedness of playing defense. It's not just about your mentality. It's also about positioning and attitude. They have a defensive attitude. You're not going to get anything easy.
Yeah.
And they're going to make you work for even the slightest sliver of hope. And here comes
Coach
Rocco
Stiletto.
Stiletto. Right. I'm not hearing Coach.
Hello?
Yeah, fix your mic there a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm here with Coach Rocco Stiletto. And, Coach, it seemed like every time you guys got a chance to get close, NYU would pull away. Tell me your assessment of that first half.
Well, initially we let their shooters get open. We lost sight of them a little bit on the defensive end, and that's essentially what happened. Every time we cut it close, the shooters got open again, and we lost sight of them. I think we're turning the ball over too much. We're not really getting into the flow of our offense. We're doing a lot of freelance stuff. I think we have to kind of settle down. We're allowing them to make us play a little faster than we would like to in the half court.
Is it a daunting task because of their tenacity on defense as to why you guys can't really get comfortable?
Well, I mean, that's part of it, no doubt about it. They have length. They have a lot of players that come in and out. They have a lot of shooters, so you got to be aware of where everyone's at on the court. But their length hurts us a little bit, and again, if they come down, score real quick, and then we're kind of trying to come back and scoring quicker than we need to instead of being settled down. Every time we settle down, we got better shots, and that's when we kind of cut the lead a little bit at this point. But our goal this game is to play hard, play with intensity the whole game, keep it as close as we can, and see what happens in the second half.
And I will say, switching to that 2-3 defense did in that second quarter slow them down. It made them get some contested shots. It made them work a little more on the offensive end, not being free and taking those open three-pointers.
Yeah.
And I do see you trying to run some motion offense, trying to get some people open.
Yeah.
I look for you guys to continue to fight, and hopefully you can whittle it down to where it works to your advantage to make this game a close game.
Yeah, we got to play our game and not allow them to get us playing fast and taking shots we don't want to take. And then we got to watch their shooters. That's the bottom line. That was the difference, I think, at this point.
Well, thank you, Coach, for your time.
Thanks, Pat.
Hopefully you guys put up a better fight. We're going to bring back Jonathan Pariente back here. Jonathan, I see you got the halftime stats.
Yeah, and I didn't want to look at them for a couple of seconds, but I'm going to read them right here.
Okay.
NYU is shooting 56% from the field. 19 out of 34 from the
Lord
field.
have mercy.
They've knocked down 11
Three-pointers.
3s. 11
and
for 20.
6 of them are from Miller, correct?
Yes, 6 out of 10 just from Miller alone. You've had 2 out of 3 from Bruns. You've had 1 from Pepper. You've had 1 from Culpepper, 1 from Pence.
I'm interested. Tell me what the turnover is.
Brooklyn has had 14. Brooklyn has had 11 turnovers. NYU has scored 12 points off those turnovers. NYU has only 4 turnovers.
4 turnovers.
4.
But that's the advantage of a veteran, well-tested offense and defensive team. Listen, Meg Barber is not the coach of the year for no reason.
No.
She has the players attuned to the style of play that she wants them to play, and they are fearless and relentless in executing that game plan. For Brooklyn College, you said it before the game, they're not intimidated, they're not backing down, they're going to put up a fight, and now what Coach Stiletto said, we're going to make some adjustments. We have to play our game. That's what I took from that interview. We have to play our game. We can't let them come in here and dictate to us what kind of game we're going to play. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Lang is going to come out in the second half. And I look to have another competitive quarter because for 3/4 of that second quarter, Brooklyn College was right there with them.
Yeah. It's just a matter of they ran out of gas kind of at the end, and NYU just imposed their will as the quarter went on. Bulldogs are 10 of 30 from the field, which normally would not be really bad. The Bulldogs are shooting 33%.
Yep.
They're 3 of 7.
43% from three-point line.
Yeah,
They're
3 of 7, but the threes have been very few and far between. NYU's had 23 attempts in this game. Bulldogs have had only 7.
Yep.
The free throws, both teams have kept each other in check with fouls. Bulldogs are getting only out-rebounded 18 to 14, and the Bulldogs actually have 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
So
fast break points, a slight edge by NYU. Bench points, 11 points to 10 points for NYU. So statistically, except for the shooting for the 3 points, Brooklyn College is able to stay with them. It's just now putting it all together.
Yeah. And again, the key ingredient is the Bulldogs just are getting outshot, and NYU just knocked down 19 field goals, 19 out of 13 out of 34 from the field.
Yes, indeed.
So when you're knocking down shots, it's a long night. You know, can't blame the Bulldogs. Just early on, NYU got off to an early tear. They went on a 12-0 run to start, and so far they have not looked back. But we'll see if the Bulldogs can make an adjustment. Rocco Stiletto brought up some things that the Bulldogs needed to do for the second half.
Slow down. Take your time. Identify your shooters on defense and run our offense the way we need to run it. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the second half. You're listening to Brooklyn College Bulldogs basketball on YouTube.com. I'm Pat Brown, Jonathan Pariente on the call. We'll be back with the second half.
And we are back to the West Quad Gymnasium here at Brooklyn College. The Brooklyn College women's Bulldogs are trailing the NYU Violets 51-28. Back here with Pat Brown. And Pat, what the Bulldogs have done so far in the early going, they hung around with the Violets, but as the quarters go on, the Violets just have continued to kind of pull away and imposing their will, and the Bulldogs, unfortunately, now have fallen behind by 23 points.
It's unfortunate, but it's a test. They schedule these games early in the season to see what you have. And for the most part, there's three things that he's seeing. Number one, they're not going to back down from a fight.
No.
Number two, they are keeping their poise. They're not like helter-skelter and just falling apart at the seams.
Nope.
And number three, they are consistent. It's not consistent as far as what you want to see. They're consistent in their attitude and their approach to the game. It's not changing. You know, some teams get down by 23 and you see the body language. They drop their head. They're sulking on the court.
Yeah.
You're not seeing that. So those are all pluses, and I'm sure that Coach Lang sees it as well. What you want to see for the second half is a continued renewal of that fight, but better execution.
Yeah. The key will be, and I think this is going to be important, take advantage of no matter how few turnovers NYU gives you, because they don't give you many of them. They've had only 4 turnovers for this game so far. So the Bulldogs are just going to have to hang in there, just hang tough, and if they see some openings, take them. Don't hesitate. Don't sit back. And Coach Stiletto said it very clear at halftime, slow things down. And let's see if the Bulldogs can slowly get themselves back into this game. I think they can. It's just going to be a matter of patience. And
patience, perseverance, attitude, and execution.
One thing that we have seen, and I think we've seen the Bulldogs kind of getting challenged, playing a little out of their comfort zone for this one. You've seen more attacking the basket. You haven't seen as many of these trying to take too many threes. Bulldogs only took 7 threes so far for the first half, knocking down 3 of them, which would normally be very good. Yeah,
but credit to NYU's defense. They have length, they have size, they have a defensive mindset that are not going to give anything free. So I'm looking for a good contested battle like we saw in that second quarter, back and forth. Let's see who's going to take the knockout blow. But what I will say this, when Brooklyn makes their run, when NYU starts to fight back, that's what I want to see, the character of Brooklyn College when they're trying to make that run and see if they can stop the flow and get back on their attitude.
Counterpunch.
Yeah.
That's going to be the key ingredient, definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a little switch. My partner here is going to take over play-by-play. I'm going to do the color commentary because right after this game, the men will be going against the Drew University Bears right here about 10, 15 minutes after this game. I'll be doing the call, and I appreciate Jonathan giving me a chance to relax the voice a little bit.
Not a problem, not a problem. Glad I could help. All right. So now the Bulldogs are going to have to be able to shut down this high-powered offense of the Violets. And we'll see how things go here as we're set to begin the second half, and we'll see if Coach Lang will make any changes, maybe might try to switch things up. I'll be very curious to see if maybe NYU will do the same, but NYU is going to be sticking with their starting lineup. So back in there comes Erica Miller, Belle Pilecchia, Brooklyn Shelton, Jenny Walker, and Natalie Bruns. Back onto the court they come. Brooklyn is going to bring out Erica James, Nancy Pham, Aaliyah Rafat, Dasha Goodman, and Gianna Gotti. So both teams staying with their starting 5 for the second half.
And I forgot to do it. The officials for this game, the head official is Brett Grover. You have Andre Smith and Michael May.
All right. And now back to the action we go. Brooklyn's going to take possession. Pham will hand it off to Dasha Goodman. Goodman hands it off to Gotti. Gotti at the left wing. Gotti kicks it out to Rafat. Firing for 3. Air ball rebounded by NYU. And traveling violation was called against Natalie Bruns, who got the rebound. So here's a turnover chance for the Bulldogs to capitalize on. 9:49 to go, third quarter.
And right away, Rafat had the open 3, did not hesitate, pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Was not good, but she pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Don't hesitate. Pham is going to inbound, looking for an opening. Pham has to inbound it, and again, all 5 seconds was ticking up quickly, and Pham threw that ball away, and NYU will take possession right back.
Another opportunity to get points off of turnovers, and you turn it right back again.
Bruns will hand it off to Pilecchia. Pilecchia crossing half court.
Pilecchia watched by Gotti, looking for some space. Pilecchia will hand it off to Shelton, top of the key, right wing Pilecchia. Pilecchia drives to the right low post, Pelekia overthrows but kicks it right back to Brooklyn Shelton. Shelton, a long cross-court pass but overthrew Erica Miller. So 2 consecutive turnovers by the Violets. Brooklyn ball.
Uncharacteristic for NYU, and Erica Miller had to be 6'6" to catch that pass.
Brooklyn will take the inbounds. It's going to be Dasha Goodman taking it. Excuse me, that's Pham taking it. Inbound it to Gianna Gotti.
So NYU has half of the turnovers in less than 2 minutes than he had all of first half.
Inbounding the ball to Rafat there, but ball was intercepted by Jenny Walker. Crossing half court, Pelekia. Pelekia drives, right wing, it goes to Shelton. Top of the key, here's a long 3, and in and out by Miller. Bulldogs take the rebound. Gianna Gotti dribbling past half court. Gianna Gotti moves to the left post. Gotti flips it out to Erica James. James for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded, taken back by Jenny Walker. Walker hands it off to Pelekia. Pelekia crossing half court. Left wing Pelekia, far left corner. Here's Shelton for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded and kept alive. Back out to Pelekia. She fires for 3 and a score. Belle Pelekia from downtown, and the Violets go up 54-28.
Second shots. You got to get the rebound.
Goodman back up to Erica James. James inside the left post. James kicks it out to Rafat. Here's a long 3 for Goodman. Air ball. Gianna Gotti tried to save it. It was kicked off the foot of Pelekia. It'll stay Brooklyn ball.
Good job by Gotti throwing the ball off of Pelekia, so Brooklyn College will maintain possession. 14 seconds on the shot clock, but as you see, Brooklyn College attacking, and not hesitating. Good sign.
Pham will inbound, looking for some space. Pham kicks it out to Rafat, to Erica James. James fires for 3. I think that shot got partially blocked. Rafat tried to save it, but threw it off behind the basket. And it's going to be Violet ball.
Right idea. She did chase down the rebound, but unfortunately she was right behind the basket and hit the backboard.
Pelekia will take it, crossing half court. Pelekia, top of the key for Miller. Far right corner goes to Walker. Walker, right wing to Pelekia. Pelekia drives to the right low post. Pelekia gets around a double team, got up the shot, but no good. Rafat will take it and hand it off to Gianna Gotti. Gotti crossing half court. Gotti, good dribble around Pelekia. Gotti slowing things down. Gotti looking for some space, gets it off to Pham. Pham watched on defense there by Bruns. Driving inside, shot no good. Rebounded by Walker. Walker kicks it out to Pelekia, left sideline. Pelekia crossing half court. Pelekia top of the key. Pelekia down low to Walker. Walker, turnaround shot off the side rim, no good off the left post. Walker fights for the rebound. Bruns picks it back up, can't finish. Walker back in and scores. Just second and third chance opportunities by the Violets. And now their lead is 28. 7:13 to go. Gotti drives in, whistle, and the ball was deflected out of bounds. Gotti took another hard hit and went down. No foul was called, and Brooklyn is going to call a timeout. And right now, Pat, it's been a 5-0 run by the Violets to start, and just nothing going the Bulldogs' way to start things off.
I'll say this. Just about 3 minutes left to go in the half. NYU has only scored 5 points. So that's a bonus, a plus for Brooklyn College. And offensively, you see they are going to attack. They're not going to lay back and let NYU get into their defensive set, shut down what they want to do. They're driving to the basket, trying to get it to an open player. Unfortunately, the open shots are not falling right now, but they're getting the open shots. That's the key.
Yeah. Bulldogs are just going to have to keep maintaining that pressure, just keep attacking. Don't back down. But right now, 7:12 to go here in the third. It's 56-28 NYU. This Violet team has held opponents to 52 points per game. So this is a very top defensive team in the UAA conference. And this team so far up to this point has been undefeated. They're 5-0. And all their games that they have played have not even been close. They've been blowing out every team they play. Alvernia by 53.
The only one was Haverford.
Haverford, yep.
85-74.
And they've done this to every opponent they've played. And this could be a team might make a run even in the NCAA tournament, perhaps. Pham will inbound. Gets it out to Gotti, left wing. Watched and guarded there by Pelekia. Top of the key. It's Dorsey who's checked in for Brooklyn. Top of the key for Goodman. Right wing it goes. Taken there by Sarah James. James left wing to Goodman. Goodman Kicks it up top to Pham. Pham will fire for three. Off the back rim, no good. Gotti fights for the rebound. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Brooklyn.
Dorsey
It's
thought it was
NYU ball.
off of NYU, and that's why she didn't go after the rebound. And coaches say, hey, don't think, just get the rebound.
That's it. Inbounding it will be Bruns to Palekia. Palekia crossing half court. Palekia watched on defense. Right wing it goes now to Shelton. Down low to Walker, lays it up and in. Brooklyn, again, Jenny Walker attacking the low paint. And the Bulldogs trail by 30. Dorsey loses it. It's taken away. Driving it down low is Shelton. Shelton all alone, lays it up, no good. Rebound taken and put back in by Palekia. And NYU just having their way. 11 points for Palekia. Bulldogs trailing 60-28.
Points off turnovers are now killing the Bulldogs.
A 9-0 run by the Violets. And again, Pham goes in, ball taken away. And here comes Colt. Here comes number 32. That was Bruns, and a foul is called. Brooklyn will get called for this foul. 6:02 to go in the third. It's fouls on Dior Dorsey. That's going to be her first. Second foul, excuse me. Second on Dorsey.
Let me check my notes. Yep.
And now Jenny Walker will go to the line for two.
And right now, the wheels are starting to come off because turnovers are now killing the Brooklyn College Bulldogs.
Missed free throw there by Walker. Bulldogs are going to make a couple of substitutions. Second free throw coming for Walker. Shot is up. Walker knocks it down. And Bulldogs will make their subs. Mary Dolgan comes into the game along with Gutierrez. Gotti will take a seat along with Dasha Goodman.
NYU on a 10-0 run to start this quarter. 4 minutes gone by.
Pham and Goodman both take a seat for Brooklyn. Gotti will bring the ball up, watched by Palekia.
Brooklyn's got to find somebody to score.
Right now, just no open lanes have opened up for Brooklyn. Here's Dorsey driving. Dorsey loses it. And it's taken back by Shelton.
Second turnover in a row.
Shelton dribbles, and Gotti steals it. Wide open. Gotti lays it up and a score. And that finally breaks the 10-0 run by the Violets. Bulldogs trail 61-30. 5.5 to go.
That was a slick pocket pick there by the last year leader in steals in the NCAA.
Gotti has done that for the last 2 years. And again, Gotti plays a role in that steal. 2 consecutive turnovers. But losing the ball, Rafat couldn't finish. Get a whistle. Foul is called. That will be against Dolgan, who tried to get back off that steal. And going to the free throw line again will be the Violets. We'll check the foul. Bulldogs pick up their second. It is on Dolgan.
Dolgan's first.
And going to the free throw line will be Erica Miller for 2 shots.
Brooklyn had the rebound and then lost it.
Shelton for 2 shots. And that's just been kind of the game tonight for Brooklyn. Just they've had some chances, but turning it right back over is second free throw is good. It's just simply a backbreaker.
Yep.
Gotti dribbles past half court. Gotti kicks it out to the left wing for Dolgan. Dolgan looks for space, kicking it out to Gutierrez, left wing. Gutierrez drives, ball stripped out of her hand. Jump ball is called.
NYU ball.
Possession NYU. Only the second jump ball of the game. Both times have gone the Violet way. 6
turnovers so far for Brooklyn College in this quarter. And 9 points off of that turnover.
So 20 total points off turnovers for the Violets.
Yep.
Here is Shelton. Shelton, a long 3 off the rim, no good. Dorsey the rebound. Dorsey fell down. Dorsey tried to get it off but couldn't. It was taken there by Bruns. Kicks it out. And stolen by Dolgan. Here's Gotti, one-on-one. Only back is Walker. Gotti takes a floater and scores. Brooklyn College trailing 63-32, 4.5 to play in the third.
Gotti's got all 4 points in this quarter so far, off of steals.
Palekia, top of the key. Palekia kicks it out right wing to Shelton. Top of the key, Palekia. Palekia, top of the key for Jenny Walker. Back to Palekia. Palekia fires for 3 and a score. Belle Palekia from downtown. And Bulldogs did a good job holding her off the first half. But now Palekia is starting to cook. 14 points.
4 minutes left to go in the quarter.
Gotti drives. Layup shot is no good. Rebounded by Shelton. Shelton hands it off to Bruns. Back out to Miller. Miller fires a jump shot and a score. NYU up 68-32.
And this is the high potency, high efficiency offense that NYU runs. That's why they're so successful.
Top of the key, this is Sarah James. Right wing to Dorsey. Dorsey looks for space. Dorsey driving in, right wing. Dorsey takes a little floater, an air ball. Rebounded by
Walker.
Walker to Shelton. Shelton crossing half court. Right wing to Palekia. Palekia drives. We get a whistle. Foul is called.
That's such a
Brooklyn
late
will get called
call.
for it. That's going to be Brooklyn's third foul as the Violets are getting ready to make a full 5 sub. Brooklyn is getting ready to sub out a couple of their own.
Yep.
And here come the subs for NYU.
Pepper, Fahey,
Looks
Franz.
Fransdorfer. We also have
Tremitier,
Tremitier comes back in.
and I didn't catch the last. Culpepper.
Culpepper, all right. Top of the key, this is Pepper. Right wing, it goes down to Fahey. The shot is no good. We get a whistle.
And they're calling Sarah James on the foul. Sarah's like, what did I do?
That's the 4th foul on Brooklyn.
Look, she's like, what is the call? What did I do?
Substitution coming in for Brooklyn. So Sarah will sit. In will come Rafat.
Sarah has 3 fouls.
Yep. Fahey will inbound. Gets it out to Franshofer. Fires up a shot, no good. Rebounded and put home. Tremitier couldn't finish. Brooklyn gets the rebound. Gutierrez, right wing to Diaz. Diaz, top of the key for Brooklyn, looking for space. Diaz lost the ball. Thronz almost took it away. Dolgan keeps it alive. Dolgan up top to Erica. Erica James driving, lays it up and in.
Good job.
Good finish. Erica James puts that home. Bulldogs trailing 68-34. Left wing, here's a long 3 for Pepper, off the rim, no good. And the rebound taken back by Tremitier. Top of the key, Fahey for 3, and a score. And this NYU bench is just as potent as the starting 5. Bulldogs trailing 71-34, 2:20 to go in the third.
Their bench is as deep as the ocean.
Erica James driving inside. James watched by Fahey, by Culpepper. Right wing for Dolgan. Erica lost the ball, it's taken away. Driving it up the court now, this is Fahey. Fahey, left wing, will back it off.
Oh,
Kicking
she
it
traveled.
out. And a traveling violation called against Culpepper.
She did a little bunny hop right there.
Substitution for Brooklyn coming in. Dasha Goodman re-enters the game. Mary Dolgan will take a seat. 2:02 to go. NYU up 37. Top of the key, this is Diaz. Kicking out left wing for Erica James. James drives in, lays it up, shot, counted out, a foul.
Basket.
So NYU finally is called for their first foul of the third quarter with 1:52 left.
Well, we could have said it could have been maybe 2 or 3 more fouls called, but hey, the bottom line is NYU is just asserting themselves the way that they want to in this game, and Brooklyn College is doing everything they can to fight back and have the ability to save face kind of on your home court.
Diaz and Gutierrez will sit. Free throw from Erica James is good. Bulldogs trail 71-37, minute 50 to go. Fahey now brings it up past half court, watched by Castellano, who also checked in for Brooklyn. Driving inside, this is Pepper. Pepper loses it, and taken by Erica James. James trying to get around Culpepper and does. Left wing for Erica. Erica James drives inside, shot was blocked, and the ball's stolen away by the Violets.
That was not a good job by Erica. She could have just pulled it out and had an offensive set.
Fahey to Franshofer, she scores!
Franshofer's first basket of the night.
Having a fun day pronouncing that name tonight. Here is Gianna Gotti. Gotti will take a jump shot off the rim, no good. It is rebounded and taken by
Fahey.
by Trent, yeah. Pepper, far left corner. Here's a long 3 off the rim, no good by Culpepper. Rebounded by Goodman. Yep, handing it off to Gotti with 50 seconds to go. Right wing Erica James, watched by Pepper. James kicks it out up top to Castellano. Castellano traveled.
She ran into her own player. That's why she traveled. Erica didn't get out of the way after she passed the ball.
The Bulldogs just have been being completely outmanned, and there's just being outplayed right now here in this third quarter. Left wing. This is Fahey, top of the key. Fahey driving it down low to Culpepper. Culpepper kicks it out to the left for Pepper. Pepper for three. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Goodman. Handing it off to Gotti. Gotti comes back, crossing half court. Left wing. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Right wing it goes to Castellano. Top of the key, Gotti. 13 seconds. Gotti drives. Kicks it down low to Erica James. Gets it out to Goodman. We get a whistle. Blocking foul is called against the Violets. That will be their second foul. We'll check the foul. Going to get ready to make a sub.
I believe it's Fahey on the foul. But
it is on Fahey. That'll be her second. Substitution coming in. It's Alvarez coming back in for NYU. Pepper will go to the bench playing with 3 fouls.
And it's non-shooting because she was passing the ball, not shooting.
Bulldogs will have 7 seconds to get off a shot here to close out the third. Erica James looking. Gets it out to Rafat. 5 seconds. Through the ball, we get a foul. NYU gets called for their third team foul.
It's a holding foul right there.
We'll check that foul. 4.4 seconds to go. That's going to be on Fahey. That's going to be her third. So 3 fouls on Fahey. And inbounding the ball for Brooklyn will be Erica James. 4.4 seconds. Out it goes to Goodman. 2 seconds. Rafat for 3. And a score! Right as time ran out. So the Bulldogs put up 40. They trail 73-40 going into the final quarter.
Outscored 22-12 in that quarter.
Well, for the Bulldogs, that was a saving grace for that quarter just to get double digits.
And just like last year, there was a quarter where they scored under 10 points in 2 quarters, and they just got over that mark at 2 seconds left to go in the quarter. But you're still seeing fight. You're still seeing the go-get-'em attitude. Unfortunately, sometimes in a game, things just won't go your way no matter how hard you play. And I think that's kind of part of the reason what's going on right here, but you're playing against an excellent, well-disciplined, well-coached team.
Games like these, I think I said this a little bit with you off the air, Pat, games like these build character. Games like these build tenacity. And the Bulldogs are going to learn from a game like this. They've been on the cusp. We have seen this Bulldogs team over the last 2 years now facing these opponents, facing these top-notch schools, and the Bulldogs have been going toe-to-toe with these teams. So
and most of the time, going against those teams, they're outmanned, they have the height disadvantage, they are playing against teams that are unified because they're on campus, they are with them every day. You know what I'm saying? We're in a school that you commute to the school, so all those things going against, but they're, like you said, they're on the cusp.
They are. We have seen this Bulldogs team really grow over the last, for me, I've seen them grow over the last 10 years. We saw this team finally go to the NCAA tournament. We have seen this team win in the NCAA tournament. So now the next step is just continuing to build and climb that mountain, which the Bulldogs each and every year have slowly been able to do.
I will say this too, all these games are going to accumulate when it's time for tournament play.
Yes.
Because in a game like this, when this happens again, you'll know you've already been in this situation.
Absolutely. Here's Gotti driving, takes a jumper, gets the friendly rolling in. Bulldogs start off the quarter strong, trail 73-42. Top of the key now, this is Fahey. Fahey, top of the key, watched by Castellano. Left wing for Alvarez. Far left wing now, it goes to Culpepper. Ball was thrown in and out, kept alive. Fight for the loose ball, jump ball. Possession will favor NYU.
Because they didn't change the arrow at the start of the quarter.
So 3 jump balls all have gone in favor of NYU. The Violets are calling timeout, trailing by 31. So even in a game the Violets have dominated, they still are not satisfied. They continue. They're expected to play a full 40 minutes no matter what.
And that's what you should expect from your team. The game is 40 minutes. You should expect your players to play 40 minutes. While you were talking and they were coming off the court, I just watched the Brooklyn College bench, all the players off the bench, greeting them as they're coming off the court, clapping their hands, encouragement. That's the sign you want to see when they're getting blown out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you want to see.
They don't quit on one another. They play hard for one another, and that's And that's what builds a team. That's what builds character. That's what builds chemistry.
And it starts from the head down, from Coach Lang, from Coach Stiletto. That's what they build. That's what they instill in these ladies, and that's what they're demonstrating. And that's why 10 straight seasons he's had over 20 wins.
Absolutely. Fans, a reminder, immediately following this game, the men's Bulldogs will be in action taking on the Drew University Bears. That game will be presented live on YouTube.com, your home for everything Brooklyn. Pat Brown will have the call for that game solo. But back to the action here. The Violets will take possession. Alvarez will inbound. Looks for space. Kicks it out to Fahey. Fahey, left wing. Back to Alvarez. Drives it inside to Culpepper. Down to Culpepper. Now to Franz. Right wing for Culpepper. Top of the key, Fahey fires for three. In and out, no good. Rebound is taken by Goodman. Handing it off to Gianna Gotti. Gotti crossing half court. Gotti looks for a lane. Left wing it goes out to Castellano, but lost it. Over dribbled. Ball stolen by Culpepper. Culpepper, right wing for Fahey. Fahey kicks it down low to Franz. Left wing and over, and just over the head of Culpepper. Turned over. Brooklyn ball.
Do you see how efficient, that was a bad pass, but do you see the efficiency of this NYU
The crisp
offense?
ball movement.
Crisp ball, no hesitation. They know where the spot is. They know where they're going. They know how to set up for the three-pointer. It's a beauty to watch.
This is a team that's played together, as you said, Pat, for several years now. They know how each other plays. They know where everybody will be. Natalie Pence, by the way, came into the game replacing Fahey. Top of the key, Gotti, left wing, Goodman. Goodman, a long three off the side rim, no good. Rebounded by Culpepper. Culpepper hands it off to Pence. Far left corner, three off by Alvarez, no good. Rebound kept alive for a moment there by Tremitier. Tremitier kicks it back. Here's a long three attempt for Pence. Off the rim, no good. Erica James the rebound. Bulldogs have a wide open Gotti. Gotti drives right low post, lays it up and in. Gianna Gotti finishing the play. Bulldogs go up, trail 73-44. 14 points for Gianna Gotti tonight. Natalie Pence left wing. Pence watched by Castellano. Throws it out up top to Culpepper right wing. Far right corner, Alvarez. Alvarez kicking down to Franz. Top of the key for Pence. Far left wing, here's a three. Off the rim by Culpepper, no good. Brooklyn rebounds. Handing it off to Gianna Gotti. Gotti looks for some space. Gotti takes a little jumper, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Erica James. Three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Franz. Handing it off, it's taken there. It's taken back by Pence. Alvarez, Pence. Top of the key, Alvarez, watched by Gotti. Alvarez kicks out to Culpepper, fires for three and a score. Honor Culpepper from downtown. And the Violets go up 76-44.
For 2 minutes and 40 seconds, NYU had not scored, and that's the first basket of the fourth quarter.
Brooklyn now taking possession. Gotti, 7:08 to go in the game. Top of the key. This is Castellano, left wing for Gotti. Gotti watched on defense by Culpepper. Now here is Goodman. Honor there is Tremitier. Driving it inside.
Foul.
Shot up, no good there from Castellano, but a foul is called. First foul of the quarter will go against the Violets.
Trying to see the number that they're calling it on. 0.
It's going to be on Natalie Pence. So Pence will pick up her first. Bulldogs will make some subs. Gotti will exit.
And Castellano will
Goodman
go
will
to
come
the
out.
line for 2.
Yep. Dior Dorsey will check back in. And free throws coming for Castellano. Sandra Diaz back in there as well. Free throw coming for Castellano is up, and it's good. Bulldogs trail 76-45. Second free throw coming. Castellano lines up her shot. Fires up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Pence. Pence with 6:50 to go. Kicks it out left wing. Driving it up top there was Chloe Teeter. She's checked into the game for the Violets. Inside now it goes to Alvarez. Fires for three and a score. Alvarez knocking down the three from downtown. Violets go up 79-45, 6:28 to go. Top of the key, Sandra Diaz. Diaz dribbles around. Diaz looking for space. Kicks out up top to Erica James. James driving. Off the back, but couldn't get the friendly roll. And it's rebounded by Franz.
Nice move there by Erica James.
Pence kicking it to the left wing. Driving down low. Can't finish the shot was Alvarez. Rebounded by Brooklyn.
Rafat on the rebound.
Yep. Diaz will take it. Diaz fires a long three. Off the side
No
rim.
foul.
Didn't even hit the basket. Rebounded by Dorsey. Dorsey out to Rafat. Right wing Erica James. 5:53 to go. James driving. Shot no good. Ball went off the foot of NYU. It's going to be Brooklyn ball. 5:48 to go. Back into the game comes Nancy Pham. Castellano will sit.
I think for Brooklyn College, if they can hit 60, I think that'll be a good, quote-unquote, moral victory for them to battle back and score 60 points.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if the Bulldogs can get on a little run to close it out. Pham will look for space, will inbound it, and the ball was deflected, and it was stolen by Teeter. One of the Violets got hurt.
Double dribble. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I don't know if we had there might have been a collision. We're trying to see who that is that's down. The last thing you want to see is an injury.
And she's holding her right knee.
I don't know if maybe she ran into someone.
I couldn't see because I was blocked by the stands and the camera.
There was a scramble for a loose ball. I saw the scramble and then might have ran knee into knee with one of the Bulldogs. We're trying to see who is down on the court.
You don't want to see it, period.
No.
And it's unfortunate. You said it was a scramble for a loose ball. You know, both teams diving for it, trying to play hard-nosed basketball, and it's an unfortunate thing, but you don't want to see it at all.
Right now, crowd has gone very quiet here. Obviously checking on the health of the Violets here. That's Trematier who went down. Okay. That's Trematier who's hurt. So they're attending to Trematier right now. No sign yet. Very look of concern for both sides.
Yeah, looking at her right leg, right knee. When she went down, she was holding her
Trematier went
right
down
knee.
Immediately and was immediately in pain.
Yeah, and you heard her crying out. So they're
trying to work out the knee.
Yeah.
Don't know yet of this injury. It might have been maybe a dislocated knee.
I don't like to speculate, but
yeah.
I've been in that position where they're doing that type of knee test. They're checking to see the ligaments. They're checking to see the ACL, the PCL, the medial collateral. They're doing all that to see what the severity is. Hopefully, it's just a sprain and not a tear or anything like that. That's what I'm a hope for.
The Violets are already playing down a player today in Jordan Janowski. She was in crutches. She's not here. She's not playing today. So this could be another tough injury here for the Violets. Again, never want to see this happen to any player at all. Still trying to work out the knee of Trematier.
Yeah. Right now they're checking the anterior cruciate ligament, the ACL. That's what they're doing right now.
What's normally a sign if it's Pat, you've been as a former running back, ACLs, what would be a significant sign of an ACL injury?
They're looking for the stability of the knee. So what they do, they're holding the knee and they're going to press in while they're moving the foot out. And they're going to do it reverse to see the stability of that knee. If you feel play, if you feel that it's not snapping right back, it's a potential tear.
And Trematier is going to be helped up. She cannot even put any weight on that right leg.
So what they're going to do immediately, they're going to ice it, immobilize it, so you can constrict the swelling. And unfortunately, she's going to have to go for an MRI, first an X-ray and then an MRI. And that's a decent sign. She put a little bit weight on it, but I feel for her. I feel for anybody in that situation, and I just pray that she will be all right and it's not as serious as it looks.
So Trematier will head over to the bench. And definitely hope this is not anything of a severe injury. Never want that on any player. So Trematier will go to the bench, and NYU's gonna have to make a move here with the final 5:42 to go in the game, and it looks like that's going to be for the first time in the game for the Violets. We're going to see Zoe Mackler come into the game, so she will replace Trematier.
Now, I don't know if they have ice here, but that's the first thing you want to do. You want to get ice on that knee immediately.
Trainer is still attending to Trematier. And back to the action, here we go. Franz will inbound the ball now. It's taken by Pence, kicking it out to Mackler. Mackler to Franz. Down low. Pass, almost couldn't finish it there by Chloe Teeter. Bulldogs will take possession. Right wing, Sandra Diaz. Far right corner for Nancy Pham. Pham looking for some space. Pham, top of the key. Left wing to Dorsey. Dorsey, 5:13 to go. Top of the key for Diaz.
5 on the shot clock.
Diaz has to hurry, get a shot off. Lost the ball. Diaz, ball's loose in the hands. It's taken away by Teeter. Teeter will hand it off to Pence. Pence dribbling it around. Top of the key for Teeter. Teeter for 3 and a score. Chloe Teeter from downtown. And the Violets go up 82-45, 4:47 to play. Diaz, we get a whistle, timeout by Coach Alex Lang. 4:43 to play. Bulldogs, we're basically right at the point of what NYU averages per game. So 82 points they have scored tonight.
And Brooklyn College is about 8 points under what they give up. 6 points, I should say. They give up 52.
Still time for the Bulldogs to try to take some points and try to claw a little bit back. But right now, we have seen a stark difference between both of these teams, at least tonight, of how why NYU has been undefeated and why they're ranked number 3 in the NCAA.
Yes, indeed. And you have to take your hat off to Coach Berger and the rest of the coaching staff, because they recruit the players that fit their system, just like Coach Alex does. But their system is more fluid. They have more length. They have more height. They have a deeper bench. And, it shows where you want to get to.
Yes.
So it's good for these ladies to see this, to play against it, and something to aspire towards.
Bulldogs will inbound. It's going to be Gutierrez taking it. Gutierrez throws a long pass, try to get into Pham, but threw it into a double team. Teeter steals it. We get a whistle, jump ball. Or is there a foul called?
That is great sign right there. Trematier is up and walking on her own strength.
Very, very good sign to see if you're NYU. Not sure if, I would think Trematier probably will sit the rest of this game out.
She's not coming
just
back
to
in.
get that knee back. Just get that knee back for down the road. Pence will inbound. Teeter driving. Teeter kicks it out top to Mackler. Here's a long 3 off the rim, no good there on the shot from Alvarez, rebounded by Brooklyn. Diaz crossing half court. Diaz overthrew Rafat. And that's just kind of been the story tonight for Brooklyn. These turnovers have just continued to mount. Annie Carlisle is going to come into the game now for Alvarez.
And Sarah James came in for Rafat.
So every player on the Violets now has seen some action tonight. Bringing it up now is Natalie Pence, top of the key. Pence, get a foul.
Moving screen by the young lady from Ice.
That's on Franz.
Yep.
Bulldogs will inbound. And it's going to be Dorsey handing it off to Palekia.
Diaz.
Excuse me, Diaz. Oh, my God. I'm getting these numbers so mixed up tonight. Dorsey back up top to out to Gutierrez. Gutierrez driving inside. Gutierrez to Dorsey. Lays it up. Shot no good.
And she was
Traveling is called against Dorsey. I mean, for me, there comes a point. Just give the Bulldogs a little bit of a breather. Just give them a point there. But back to the action we go. Pence will take it, right wing. Kicks it out. And we get a whistle. And we get a foul called. It's going to be against Brooklyn.
Either Pham or Gutierrez.
I think this is going to be on Pham. 3, it's on Gutierrez. You're right. First foul on Gutierrez, second team foul. 3:44 to play in the game.
Stolen by Dorsey.
Here she comes. Dorsey drives. Dorsey couldn't quite hold on. Mackler stole it. Bringing it up is Pence. Pence driving, left low post. Right wing Teeter, top of the key. Driving it in and putting the shot in and finishing is Franz. Anna Thransdorfer puts it home, 84-45, NYU ahead. Driving it in, left wing for Gutierrez. Right wing, this is Pham, handing it off to Sarah James. James back out up top.
10 on the shot
Gutierrez,
clock.
8 seconds to shoot for Brooklyn, 3 minutes to go in the corner, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. Brooklyn will have 4 seconds to shoot, 84-45, NYU leads.
2:59 left to go in the game.
Top of the key, Diaz. Sarah James for 3, shot is an air ball, rebounded by Mackler.
That was a forced shot because she didn't have any time to shoot.
Mackler, right wing. It's taken there by Carlisle. Carlisle, Pence for 3, off the rim, no good. Taken back by
Foul by
Teeter.
Gutierrez.
She's fouled. So Teeter will go to the line. 2 shots. Just the 3rd team foul on the Bulldogs here with 2:39 to go. Gutierrez picks up her 2nd. They have wrapped the right leg of Tremitier.
But it was a good sign. She was up walking under her own power. But I still say that they need to have ice. That is the number one thing you need because you don't want it to swell.
Yeah. Very likely that I think that might be just a sprain.
That's what I'm hoping because for her being up there and moving it around, that's a good sign. But again, I would like them to have ice. I think any athletic sport you should have ice on the sideline.
Both free throws were good from Teeter. Bulldogs will inbound. Gutierrez, top of the key. Gutierrez, watched there by Carlisle. Kicks it out to the top of the key for Gotti. Gotti looks for space. Kicks it out to Dolgan. Top, Gotti for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Mackler. Mackler will inbound it to Carlisle. Carlisle, top of the key, left wing. Now Carlisle drives to the left point. Driving it in, right wing. Here's a shot by Mackler. It's no good. Mackler gets her own rebound, can't finish. Ball stripped away by Sarah James. Hands it off to Gotti. Under 2 minutes to play. Bulldogs trailing 85-45. Gotti slowing things down, kicking it out to Sarah James. Top of the key, Gotti. Right wing to Dolgan. Dolgan looks for some space. Dolgan can't find anyone. Gets it down to Gutierrez. Gutierrez tried to flip it in, but it's stolen away by Franz. But getting the ball back with the Bulldogs, Dolgan tries to fight for the second chance, can't finish. Rebounded by Carlisle. Minute 30 to go. Carlisle crossing half court. Carlisle, top of the key, right wing. Here's Pence for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Gotti. Bulldogs have numbers if they hurry. Gotti try to get it to Dolgan. Dolgan got the shot off and scores. Bulldogs trail 85-47. Minute 13 to play. Here comes Carlisle crossing half court. Right wing, Pence. Pence, a wide open 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dorsey. Back to Gotti. Under a minute to play in the game. Gotti crossing half court. Gotti will take a floater. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Franz. Fighting for the loose ball. Jump ball.
Brooklyn College ball.
Bulldogs will get possession. That is the first jump ball that's gone in favor of Brooklyn College. 52.3 seconds to play. And it's going to be Gutierrez who will take the inbound. Gutierrez inbounds it to Gotti, top of the key, 50 seconds to go.
15 on the shot clock.
Right wing, Dorsey. Dorsey will take a jumper and scores. Bulldogs trailing 85-49, 44 seconds to play. And it's taken by Pence, crossing half court. Pence, right wing for Teeter. Teeter, inside to Franz, gets the shot off side of the rim, no good. Rebound by Mackler, and it's kept alive by the Violets, 32 seconds. Teeter, far left wing. Back to Pence. Drives it to the right wing for Carlisle. Carlisle driving, kicks it out to Teeter. Teeter drives inside, lays it up and in. With 19 seconds, Bulldogs hold for the final shot. And it'll be Gotti bringing it up past half court. With 13 seconds, NYU is going to go to 6-0 on the year. Bulldogs will drop to 2-4. Ball's lost out of bounds by Dorsey, 7.5 seconds. It was actually last touched by the Violets, so Brooklyn will get possession with 7.5 to play. And inbounding it to Dolgan. Dolgan will get it out to Sarah. Right wing for Gutierrez. She'll lay it up. Can't finish the shot. That's going to do it. The NYU Violets defeat the Brooklyn College Bulldogs here tonight, 87-49. A dominant performance by the Violets early on. They went off on a 12-0 tear to start the first and did not look back. So for the Brooklyn College Bulldogs, it's back to the drawing boards. They'll drop to 2-4, and we'll see if they can bounce back for their next game.
I'll say not necessarily back to the drawing board as far as fundamentals are concerned, but you want to see how you match up against this high-quality team. Yes, it was a blowout. Yes, you figured out, hey, there's certain things that we can do, and there's certain things that we can't do. The things that we know we can do, that we need to improve on, that's what we're going to take into practice. That's what we're going to work on, because when you go into our league, you're not going to run into a team this well-defined, this well-prepared, this well-coached, this well-talented. So when you go into those games, you have this experience to draw from. Hey, do you remember when we was playing NYU and we were in this situation? Hey, we didn't back down then, so there's no reason why we should back down now. Like you said, character building. That's what this is about, and that's why they schedule these type of games this early in the season. And he has a good nucleus of young players that are going to take them where they need to be.
So right now the Bulldogs will look forward to their next game, and it'll be very curious to see how the Bulldogs are going to bounce back. So this is going to be a game the Bulldogs will have to kind of go back, think about it, maybe just go over what could change, what could they bring to the next game, and that's really all that there is right now. So we'll see how the Bulldogs come out. We will await the stats for the end of the game. If we are able to get them.
Hopefully they'll get them to us.
We can get them. So, Pat, as you look at things with Brooklyn right now and just kind of figuring out where they can build on this game from here.
Well, I'll tell you this. Their next game is against a CUNYAC opponent, the Lehman Lightning.
December 2nd.
Right now, what Coach Lang, I think what he'll do is, hey, we've gotten this first third of the season done, all right? We want to go into the break on a winning streak. And you have an opportunity to start 1-0 in the conference.
Yes.
That's the focus now. Conference game, an opponent you know is going to come in here because you have a target on your back. You're the defending champions. You're defending going to the NCAA tournament. This is where we have to put our foot down.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the final stats for this game. The NYU Violets for the game shot 44.5% from the field. Brooklyn College, 32%. Roughly not terrible. I mean, that's roughly about a decent number you want to have. Just the Violets got off to that early lead to start. The Violets had 17 threes out of 40. They took 40 threes.
40 threes.
Bulldogs only took 17. And they
only 4.
So the Bulldogs were 3 of 7 in the first half. The Bulldogs went 1 for 10 in the second.
Yep. But here's a glaring thing: 28 turnovers, and guess what? They were out rebounded by 11.
Yeah, and in the end, the Violets out rebounded the Bulldogs offensively, 13-9. So
which is not that's comparable. 13-9 is not. You didn't get decimated.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So you were in the ballpark.
Would you also believe this was that fourth was the lowest scoring quarter, 14-9?
14-9, yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, if you really disregard the first, the Bulldogs were there. The Bulldogs really were there. If you take away that rough first quarter, that's something the Bulldogs I think can build on and say if the Bulldogs can just get a little more of a scoring punch there, I think they have a chance. You just feel like this team is just missing one piece.
I don't want to say missing a piece. I think it's just getting them to gel. Because I think they have the pieces. You don't have the go-to
knockdown, drag out. If I need a basket, this is my ultimate scorer. But they have the pieces in place. You got Gotti that can run the floor. You have a backup Diaz that can run the floor. You got Nancy Pham, who's a consummate veteran. You have the James sisters who's been in this battle before. They've been in the championship game. So you have people you can rest on that can lead you into the promised land. So, like I said, it's just taking this for what it is. A benchmark game. Where do we stand? We can use this as a goal to attain to, but now our next game is against a CUNYAC opponent. We want to come and dominate like we've been dominating for the last 3 years.
And we'll see if the Bulldogs will do just that. But right now, that will wrap things up here. Your final score, the NYU Violets 87, the Brooklyn College Bulldogs 49. We'll be back with the second game of our doubleheader, the men's Bulldogs against the Drew University Bears. Pat Brown will have the call. You're watching Brooklyn College Bulldogs basketball on YouTube.com, your home for everything Brooklyn.
Stay tuned for the second part of the doubleheader. Good night.